Hospitals and asylums have been known to cure people who are sick and treat those with feeble minds. But one thing that people don't talk about is how much death these places see. And Emmaus Village is no stranger to that. It's estimated that they've seen up to 200 deaths on property, making this one of Missouri's most haunted locations.
Hi, I'm Dan Klein. I am the founder and co-owner of Haunted Soulz Paranormal, and me and Frankie Camilletto run Haunted Soulz Paranormal. Frankie had a friend that was doing some IT work out here, and he asked Frankie to come look at the place. Frankie called me up, and we came out here, and I pulled up and was like, man, I hope this place is haunted, because it's phenomenal. It's a great place. And lo and behold, that's how we came across it, just a friend and everything, which is amazing that I've lived out here all my life and never knew this place existed. So it was founded by Reverend Strain. He built the first building over there on the Brown. Was supposed to be a church. It was a ministry. And then the other building was built for a printing press for the Civil War. So it was used during that time because there was battles out this way. It's supposed to be the first printing press on this side of the river. And if you look at the grounds over here, there was a building that 4 people got their lives taken. The building collapsed, it was caught on fire, and they couldn't get to them until like 4 days. So they basically baked alive in there. So the asylum was built in like 1908. It opened up, and it was for the feeble-minded and the epileptics. And then they ran it for a while. We haven't found it, but we thought we might have had the first case of like autism that was here. I know Mandy, the owner of the property, she does a lot of the history. We've documented over 200 deaths alone just here, and just obituaries and stuff like that. And so the asylum was built, then it turned into a nursing home. Then they built the college building over there for the women, and then they moved out of there when Lindenwood opened up, and then it just became all like nursing homes and stuff like that. And then it was opened up until 2018 was the last people that were here. From 2015 to 18, they used it as a church retreat for the weekends and that people would come and stay and stuff like that. We were here with a group of people. We all had body cams on. We had 3 different EMFs on that dummy. It's a trigger object, of course. And all 3 of them were buried. And we're looking around and everything. And then when we took the footage back, we were looking at the body cam. One of our teammates were like, hey, look what's around you, not at the thing, if something's apparently going off. So Frankie looked, and there was a little boy standing in the doorway over there that we caught on. One of the body cams caught the little boy on camera standing in the doorway. So we call him Mad Albert. They call him Mad Albert here. On the 3rd floor of the asylum, there's 2 confinement rooms. He spent like 6 or 7 years of his life in that room. They confined him to that room. He was in this room here. They have some handcuffs there, but that's what the restraint thing is. It's pretty solid in that ground.
Yeah, it is.
And then this is all his writings. They confined him in this room. He wrote on the walls. You can see the writing, and they just kind of painted over it. Now that the walls have been chipped away, you can see his writing. And now this was back in like 1927. I believe we have documentation that he died when he was 17, so he spent the majority of his life here. So here, this kind of cool thing she's done is all the obituaries that we can find so far, she's made like a memorial for him.
That is pretty dope.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Because I mean, this gives you like, if you do real-time EVP work, you can go back. If you hear something, you can come up here and see if you can find the name that matches.
Yeah, or you can use a name and try to walk through and find them.
Yeah.
And stuff, and there's a lot of there, there's all of them here, and then they're all through here. She had more, but kids do come here and they take things.
Right.
So this is the laundry room. This picture here, this picture constantly keeps falling off the wall. So one of the maintenance guys that worked here took this picture, and it was the actual picture. Apparently a guy had hung himself here, committed suicide. And then when he came down and took a picture, that's what he got.
Where was that up at? Where was it from these
It was like,
spots?
yeah, somewhere around here, we believe.
That was my sorry.
Yeah,
I think that was like a water heater next to it. If that would have been by a water heater. Because the pipes are going up right there.
There's a thing going up.
And it could be by the water
Yeah,
heater.
like there. Yeah, it was like right through there.
It would have been like right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Do they have a record of somebody hanging themselves down here?
They've been looking for it.
That's pretty wild.
The Reverend's daughter, Maria, lived here her whole life on this property until the only time that she left is when she went to nursing school. She came back, was a nurse here. She had some eye issues, done some surgery or something. They were giving her some medication for it. She was doing a hypothermal bath, which back then they didn't have automatic heat shutoffs or whatever, so you had to use it by the temperature thing that was bobbing. And the medication she was on, she passed out. And then when she passed out, she was like laying over into the water and she was scalded alive. Her death certificate doesn't say drowned, it says scalded. This is another one of our challenges, is you sit in the bathtub for an hour. One of our guys that were badged into our company, Braden, his challenge is he was like, it's kind of like you, he goes places by himself, he sits in places, dark places by himself and everything, never. So he's like, oh, I want to do mine in the bathtub over at the college. So it was like, okay. So it was Braden, me, Frankie, and my daughter Maddie. They were walking in there and I blew the death whistle out in the hallway. Scared all of them because they didn't realize, they forgot I was going to do it. Braden sat in the bathtub. He had a SB7. We closed this door and we left the building. There was nobody in the building. 10 minutes later, he's like, there's somebody in this building. We're like, what are you talking about? He's like, there's somebody walking around. I hear them. So we came over and we cleared the whole building. There was nobody in here. Then we've captured, like, the woman singing Peter Cottontail or humming, and then she's walking and there was no women, there was no female here that way. It was all males. I've been in here numerous times and hear people talking. And they're like holding a conversation. And it's really weird. Her dad does hang out in that building. He doesn't like us being here. He said numerous times. The one story you have, we used a God helmet, and the one girl was sitting in the bathtub with the God helmet on, and she was one of our team members, and she hadn't been here maybe one time, and she didn't know about Reverend Strand. And she had described this gentleman of, long beard, like an Amish beard, no mustache, clothes he was wearing. And later that night, there's a picture of him downstairs or something, and someone said, hey, is this the guy you were describing? She was like, yeah, that's exactly the gentleman I'm describing that she saw. There's of activity like right through here with trigger objects, music box, dead bell, REM pods and everything. They get a lot of vision up there. I think someone fell or committed suicide on the steps up here on this one, I believe. Frankie saw, what Frankie thinks he saw was the same girl he saw at the shower girl, in a hospital gown type, white gown, dark hair. And he's very religious, very skeptic. And when he says he thinks he saw something, I pretty much believe it because he's not very well. He thought it was Maddie, but Maddie was over here with me.
So out of all the challenges you guys have, what would be if you had to pick just one for me tonight?
Sit in the bathtub. Sit in the bathtub. That's yeah, you won't be disappointed tonight.
So it is raining right now, and while it's doing that, I'm going to take this time to go down into the basement of this building. There's a room that has an image of what appears to be a person who had hung themselves. I'm going to set up this camera down there stationary with a couple pieces of equipment, and I'm going to leave it down there. I'm going to come back up here. I'm wearing a GoPro, so it has my POV, so you guys know I'm not down there, or you know, in case something happens, I have something rolling at least. So let's do that. It's creepy down here. Got some dripping water. So I'm gonna flip this into night vision. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a couple pieces of equipment in here. There's no way these are gonna be getting any kind of interference, but hopefully, to see if we can't pick up anything. I have the EDI Plus. I will record with it just in case anything happens while we're not down here. It'll pick up and record any fluctuations. And then I'm going to set this out here too. Okay, so I have this here, and I have the EDI Plus here, which I will go ahead and hit record now. We are recording on that. If any spirits want to use these devices, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to leave them down here for you. Okay. A lot of dripping water. A lot of sounds too. Okay. So it's kind of misting still. It's still kind of rainy. As you can hear the water coming down the spout. I'm going to go over here to this building. I got a camera downstairs. We're going to try to make contact with somebody over at this building. But it's raining still, so flip. Oh my God, did you see that? We just teleported into the great unknown. So they have these colored lights on. We're gonna go down here. We're still gonna use infrared. Hello? I do have a light that I'm going to use. Call me a sissy if you want, but I literally cannot see anything down there. Like I can't see a freaking thing. But if it helps you, I'll keep it down low. My goal here is to make contact, so I was like, I'm hoping that's a fake rat. It is. There's another one. It's like this basement's starting to flood out here. Oh yeah. I don't think we'll be going in there. Hello? They said that this is the room that they captured an image of a little boy. He was seen in this doorway. They said their lights and equipment go off here. But why would a little boy be back here is what I'm wondering. What is this back here? It's an art room. Made ceramics. No face casting. I think we come up here, we do an EVP session. It smells ionized up here. I am going to get a recorder out to run a digital recorder. This is David. I'm at Emmaus Village. It is May 2nd, 2025. The time now is roughly 9 o'clock. I am in the Asylum building on the second floor. If there's anybody here who can hear the sound of my voice, can you come towards it? I can hear footsteps. I think. Hello? Is anybody here? I'm going to move the recorder to the hall. If there's anybody here, can you make a noise? Loud and distinct. Be something like, this EMF spike and hiss gave me the chills during the review. However, I do believe this was caused by equipment in the basement, but I won't know for sure until I go back. I am walking around with a little extra light because it is wet in here. I want to make sure I know where I'm stepping. It's not because I'm scared. Let's grab this recorder. Let's move on. This door's gonna shut real slow. Yo. I'm not gonna lie, earlier today, we heard that sound. We didn't know where it came from. That sounded like it. They had a church group up here that painted the walls and stuff. Let's go talk to Albert. Albert, I want to talk to you, but I'm taking this. Albert, are you here? Albert, can you hear me? Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I see you wrote on the walls, Albert. Do you like to write? You like poetry? Do you like people visiting you? All right, we're going to move on. Hey now. Well, I think we need to go check that other camera, figure out where it's at. We've been out here long enough. 25 minutes at least. About a half hour. Let's check in. Cool, it stopped raining. For the most part. Spitting a little. Look, I seen this picture of a man or a person who seems to have hung themselves. Did you hang yourself here? Did the person that did that, are they still here? I'm not judging you. Nobody's judging you. Just curious as to why. I'm sure there's a lot of people that wonder why somebody would do that. I'm sorry that you felt that was how you had to do it. I'm sorry you felt like that was your option. I'm going to go back upstairs. I might be back down. What? All right. I'm gonna take my toys with me too. What? Got goosebumps really bad. What'd you say? It's a nurse's station there. And technically we're on the first floor, but it's actually the second floor. Oh. Let's go in here. What was that? I'm in the Asylum building at, I keep wanting to call it Emmaus Village. And I'm on the second floor, the room that's got the shock therapy stuff. All right. If anybody wants to say hello, you can come to this room. The numbers have been ripped off the door. I don't know what numbers. Albert, if you could hear my voice, can you stomp on the floors? That's crazy. In infrared, that newspaper article doesn't even show up. Feeling a burning in the middle of my back right now, guys. I don't want to say it's a scratch or anything. I just feel it right now. And there's no way I could look at it because I'm all by myself in this building. Ooh, just got the chills down here. I'm getting the chills down here. Might stick it out for a second. Is there somebody down here? Can you tell me your name? You're not in trouble. Do you work here? Are you a patient? Let's go to the next floor. How about that? They say Albert doesn't like having that door shut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut that door. First things first though, I'm going to put a recorder in there. Set it right there. Did you guys hear that? Hello? So right now I'm doing a live stream. About to shut Albert's door and put the bar in it. Heard a high-pitched something. So here we go. There's a recorder in there. Door is shut. You guys can see what we're doing here. It goes in there. There we go. And that bar is how they would keep them in there. You heard a man's voice? Is there a gentleman out here? Albert, if that was you, can you please do that again? If you don't like your door being shut, Albert, just bang on it, I'll open it. I'll let you out. How old are you, Albert? There's a noise from in there. That's my stomach. If there's anybody here who can hear my voice, can you tell me whether you work here or if you lived here? If there's anybody in confinement, if you'd like for me to let you out, please just bang on the door and I'll take the bar off. Ooh, shit, you hear that? That wasn't in confinement. It was down here. If that was you knocking, thank you. Can I get you to do it again? I just heard something. Did you speak? Did you just say something? Will you say it again? I'm hearing sounds down here. There is a voice. Just said, uh-huh. Are you down here? Should I get my recorder and come down? Got a microphone you can speak into. Let's try that. Oh, this door is heavy too. It's pretty cool. Each little cubby hole is a different obituary. Very cool. This is a big enough space. Set this recorder right up here on top of the cubbies. Go cubbies! All right, we're gonna try a microcom session. There we go, microcom session. If anybody could hear the sound of my voice, I have a device in my hand for you to come and speak through. I really want you to try to use this. And when you do, try to say the word hello, loud and clear so we can all hear you. Hello? Can you come say hello, please? Loud and clear, come on. You can do it. Maybe you can tell me your name? What? Let's try that again. Tell me to stop when you want me to stop. Sound like it said, whoa, there's people here. know what this area was used for.
Saturday.
Right? Bathrooms? And I was really Let's try it without the antenna. It's right here, guys, so. Think I need to turn it down, turn it up. Up. Turn it up. I'm playing Phasmophobia in real life. All right. I'll leave you alone for a little bit, but I'm not promising you it'll be all night. We got more tricks to be had. I'll be back to talk to you. All right, guys. It is getting late here at Emmaus Village. We're going to go to the bathtub because I promised I would. I'm going to go to the bathtubs and we're going to get a close-up. We're going to see if we can elicit a response from Marie Sturm, who, if you remember, was the lady that passed away at the bathtub from scalding. Not sure how one does that. I'm gonna set my backpack right there. Have a spirit box that I'm gonna use, the Microcom. All right, and also I'm going to set up this. I'm gonna set this millimeter right here. There's also a thermometer, an old thermometer right here. Maybe it can be used as a trigger object, but we're going to see if anything tries to pick up on that. So you guys won't get to see it, that camera will. So that's covered. Yeah. Here we go, Marie Strum. I want to reach out to Marie Strum, Miss Strum. I feel like you had a horrible death. And it's not fair for anybody to make you relive it. So let's talk about something positive, something good. Can you come tell me? I'm curious. Why nursing? What got you into nursing? I have a device right here. I've been using it. This device will let you speak through it if you want to use the frequencies and try to ride those frequencies. Imprint your voice through this machine. You might be able to speak with me. Maybe you have a message. Take some practice and try to say hello. Just try to tell me hello. I'm going to try to tell your story. I want people to know about you. Because right now you're just lost in history. Just another name forgotten. Would you like people to know that you are real, that you exist? I can help make that happen. I'm making movies, videos. And people can visit you if you'd like. But first step into any of that is for you to say hello through this device. Or make some of these lights light up. Try to pick up the thermometer. Well, Maria, it seems like you may be at peace. That's good. Did a lot of good with your life. I wish we could have met. Very calm. Thank you, Marie. Well, guys, it is getting late. I did not get to do everything I wanted to do, but that doesn't mean I can't come back and check out the place further. Had some interesting things that I may or may not have heard, seen, but going over the evidence, going over the audio, that's going to play a big part in it. But if you're looking for a place to investigate and you want something that's going to be big, something for a lot of people, this place has got it, and it's got the history to boot. So go online, check out the Village, book your reservations now, and a big shout out to Dan Klein and Haunted Soulz Paranormal. for having me. This was a great evening, and I appreciate you guys so much for letting me do this. What's next on the docket? You'll see.